Hi everyone, Small Quinn here with what I would like to call Marble Rivals for Dummies. As a fellow Marble Rivals addict, I wanted to share a couple of tips and tricks for some of my favorite heroes in the game. Starting off with Cloak and Dagger. Pew 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 pew! So, very basic. Dagger's first ability, of course, is her little daggers. She does some really basic healing and some basic damage with it. Important thing to note on this particular ability is that she actually can heal herself while healing others and while fighting enemies. This little circle that you guys see here on the bottom showing up when I am hitting people or healing people, that circle, if you're within that circle, you're actually able to heal yourself. Super, super important. My next tip for Dagger is to make sure you use your curtains to heal your allies rather than using your little sphere. This little sphere can actually help you survive a lot of 1v1s and even some ults. So always make sure you keep the sphere for yourself and you are using your little curtain to help out your allies. Next, we go to Cloak. So what's super fun with Cloak is his sucky wucky ability. What I like to do for this ability or for his little combo is to throw his curtain and finish them off with the sucky wucky 3000, okay? That's how I like to go, especially when I'm trying to be defensive, trying to scare off some flankers. It's always the curtain and then the sucky wucky, or the chupa chupa, if you will. His other ability that's super important and super fun to use is his cloak. What's super fun about this ability is that you can actually cloak out of a lot of ults if you get the timing correct. You can also use it to run away when your team completely dies, which happens more often than not. Tips for the cloaking: make sure your timing is really good. And number two, make sure if you're trying to cloak people from your team that you stay on floor level. If you start lifting while you are actively cloaking your team will be uncloaked. This also goes for if your team fires while they're being cloaked. If your team shoots while they're being cloaked, they will become uncloaked, as you saw by this little bot. Thank you, bot. So what's super important to remember for the basics of this character is to make sure you use your cloaking. It is really powerful. Make sure you keep your little sphere for yourself and make sure you're healing yourself with Dagger's little circle of healing that she gives herself, okay? These are my top 3 tips, okay? And lastly, their ult. Wow! Their ult does a lot of little damage that can turn into easy kills for yourself and for your team. It also does a lot of healing for your actual team, and I like to use it as a runway to push my team forward, especially when they are actively kind of being scary cats, if you know what I mean. My main tip for this is if there's a Magneto, he is going to try to ult you. So make sure you hide under a pillar or behind something. Make sure you try to get him to miss. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they hit you right in the forehead, okay? So make sure that you stay aware of the ults that are happening around you to save yourself in case you get caught in a Moon Knight ult or you can get caught in a Scarlet Witch ult, and once you die, your ult disappears with you. So be very cautious when you throw this out and make sure to push with it. That's what it's for. It's a runway. So these are my tips and tricks for Cloak and Dagger. Please let me know if you have any more tips and tricks for new noobs down below. Let me know what other tips and tricks you guys use for this character in particular. And I hope you guys have so much fun. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Besos and besitos, especially to my Cloak and Dagger mains out there. Mwah.